Is everybody else ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright.
Here.
Time to save the girlfriend!
Let's go, Sasha.
I mean, spoiler alert.
At least hopefully make some progress on it. I don't know how far we're gonna get, but...
Time to hang some
got this.
Time to hang some pirates.
So, we ended last session in a time stop where you guys had all gone through the teleportation circle from Astaria's mum's basement to the basement of the cafe in Tortuga. So you guys are now all standing in the basement of a cafe. What do you do?
Astaria is gonna turn to the group. And she is in her, just as a refresher, she looks like a fiery tiefling. Oh, alright. We are in my Aunt Helen's basement. And likelihood is she's expecting us. So be respectful of the space and just don't be dicks. My friend.
And remind me again, who are we looking for?
We're here for you want to tell him?
My girlfriend Reina. I haven't seen her for must be years now. It's about yay tall, brown hair, elven. I don't know where she is, but yes, that's roughly what she looks like. Just let me know if you see her.
Do we have any leads?
Does she have any markings that would stand out that you remember?
She always loved to keep her hair in braids with little pieces of jewelry in it. I don't know if she's changed much, but she didn't have any scars or anything. Last I saw her.
As for leads, my Aunt Helen did write me and inform me that somebody matching the description I sent forward was spotted, but that things were complicated.
How complicated?
Let me just see if I can find the letter, because things have happened since then. There we go. Just had to search the word name Helen. So I'll just copy it, and I'll just say that Astaria shows the letter to everyone, because I don't think there's anything on there that's... Yeah, everything. I don't think there's anything that's crits. Let's put in player notes. So that's what the letter says.
So Catabasis is going to read the letter before whenever it's passed to him, and before passing it to whoever needs to see it. And he actually reads it a couple times, and when he's done, he just kind of utters a little sigh. Great. So we go from dealing with one set of cultists to another. All right. If this is how things are going to be, then I guess we know what we're looking for, more or less.
Group doesn't necessarily mean... Why is my accent becoming...
They're based in jungle ruins, keep stealing people who disappear. That kind of implies there's something more sketchy than just unsavory group.
Well, I definitely agree it was sketchy, but not necessarily cult. I just want more information before jumping to conclusions, that's all.
Oh. But I do have an idea. And he will pull out he'll pull out a hand mirror. and hand it over
Right.
to Sasha.
That's a very good plan. You guys do that. I'm gonna go up and just inform my Aunt Helen that we're here and that, you're all in the basement. And she'll go up, and everyone can kind of deal with the mirror stuff.
It's a scrying mirror. So just think about who you want to look into.
I was wondering if you were telling me I had something between my teeth. Do I just focus?
Yeah, just focus. And by the way, yes, you do.
Oh, damn. Question. Does the scrying mirror work as an actual mirror when it's not being scryed?
Yes.
Cool.
Please tell me the pinhole is lying.
I don't know. Okay. Should that be a roll?
Let's do Arcana.
No, I think a roll to see if there's actually something in their teeth.
Oh, it's something in your teeth?
Yeah.
That's entirely up to you.
Probably yes. I'll take out my dagger and fix it carefully. Okay. Scrying. Yeah, but I focus and try to use a magical item I've never used before.
Beautiful.
Arcana check?
Yes, please.
Remember to roll directly to the DM.
Yeah. It should still be set to that, I hope. If not, everyone just...
So if you've closed your sheet and reopened it, you have to set it again each time.
Every damn time. Okay. I can leave that, or I can...
Does anybody else see it? Because to me, it's showing that it's.
I don't see it.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's good.
Excellent. It actually worked. Woo.
Yeah. So, as you do it, as you try and concentrate on this mirror after cleaning out your teeth, you feel it starting to like focus on something, and for a moment you see what looks like almost a statue of your beloved before the mirror snaps back out of the scry.
Flux, it gave me like it got halfway there, I think. Is it broken? Did I break it?
No, that means something's stopping the scrying. But you were able to did it get through, like, you said it get through halfway. What did you see?
I saw like a statue. Like a still not moving, not her, but like an image almost.
Did it look like her?
Yes, it did.
And you're certain it was a statue?
DM, am I certain?
No.
No, I'm not. No. It could have been. I'm not sure.
Well, sorry to interject here, but I'm quite familiar with the spell scrying, and just to assuage any concerns, even if petrification is a possibility, it would mean if it even worked at all, even halfway, it means that she's alive.
Okay. That helps, yes. Thank you. And I'll hand the mirror back.
Don't suppose you saw any type of surroundings, did you?
I don't know, did I?
everything it focused on her for just a moment. Before anything else could get into focus is when it snapped back out of it.
It was all kind of blurry, just nothing.
Well, all right. Well, at least we know where to start, I guess.
So while you guys are doing
Well, I
that,
hope
continue.
I hope Astaria's done. Should we head up? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just thought you guys were done talking. So Astaria, while they're doing that quick, you run upstairs.
Yeah. And I'm assuming since Aunt Helen knows that I'm a changeling, knows to sometimes expect someone who doesn't look anything like.
Yeah.
So I just kind of.
It is breakfasty time still. Like
Okay,
you guys
yeah,
left in
that's
the
right.
morning. So the cafe is abuzz with lots of people, a lot of pirates in and out, enjoying these pastries. You do see the woman that you know as your Aunt Helen standing behind the counter helping people.
Yeah. I'm going to kind of go to a point where I know she can see me and kind of wave and then pull out the recipe that I got from my mom to kind of be like, it's me.
Oh, come, dear. Come over here. You can't just wave that at me. I need it.
I know. I just. Helen could probably tell that she's struggling a bit to figure out where her accent should land. I know. I here. Hands it to her.
Thank you, my dear. Are your friends with you?
Yes. They're just collecting themselves a bit in the basement where everything's getting settled. But I came first just to make sure that, everything was good, that they can come up and everything's fine.
Yep, bring them up. I have, in the back, I have a whole tray of pastries if you guys want any of them. Otherwise, I have not been able to get any other additional information besides what was in the letter.
Right.
I do have back by the pastry a description of a couple of the people who have been seen going in and out of the jungle.
Perfect. Thank you. That's a big help. All right, I'll go get my group and reconvene you here.
All
and
right.
She'll kind of go and meet them part way and then kind of be like, up you get.
So
Do I look like a child that you need to show me?
We're in a basement of a person you don't know. Do you really want to be lingering down here?
No, I'm just referring to the means in which you decided to try and shoo us up the stairs like children. Anyway, let's
I'm
move.
just flustered.
And he heads upstairs.
She's kind of just. What she's doing is just trying to be like, you're not to stay in the basement any longer.
Oh, no. Like, I get that. I get that. Kat's just making commentary based on the means in which Astaria was shooing people.
I'm explaining it to everyone. I'm just saying, like, the reason she's being, like, up you get is she doesn't want people staying in the basement. And she brings everyone up and then goes to... she kind of grabs Flux's arm and kind of brings him to the front of the group and be like, I know you haven't had a chance to meet yet, but this is my cousin Flux. And she kind of gives her aunt kind of a look that's like, please remember this thing that we're doing.
She nods. Oh, I think we met quite a few years ago. You know, at one of the family things.
Yes, of course. And she would have Astaria would have done this the night before. I just forgot that she would have. She hands Aunt Helen a second piece of paper that has her fake name written on it, and it just says like, "Please refer to me as Adiran." Hands it to her just to be like it's very clear to Aunt Helen that Astaria's like trying to keep her identity as secret as possible.
Okay. Yes, of course. It is always a pleasure when you're here, my dear.
This is the rest of the group. This is Sasha, Leo, Catabasis, Panama. Thank you for allowing us to come through the means that you did.
Anything for my favorite niece.
And then she turns to the group. Aunt Helen has some pastries for us if we want to enjoy them, and then kind of goes over to Sasha and is quiet because, you know, pirates and all that kind of stuff. She just wants to make sure if anyone's listening, they're not picking it up. Just kind of quietly goes, it also includes a description of people seen in the jungle. So, over there. Kind of gestures for Sasha to go over there.
I'll go over. Yeah.
Yeah, Flux is going to read the descriptions as well.
Yeah. And so, do I have to, like, is it clear this piece of paper is, like, what has them, or?
Yeah, it's very clear. So, if you give me a minute so I have to sort between my notes and what you guys are actually getting, because I'm really good at doing that. I'm going to stick it in here. Okay. That is adorable. I love it. Why? Please copy. Stop it.
I will make this brief little side note because I just thought of it. Catabasis is keeping his kettlebird utterly and completely hidden. Like, she's just stowed in his bag, and she is being as quiet can be. Because he doesn't trust people around her, especially pirates.
So, the 3 notes on the paper state that the people that they've seen going in and out of the jungle is a human female with long curly white hair. I have full descriptions ish. The half elf male and a tiefling female. There are more, but they're so random that they haven't been able to get good descriptions of anybody else.
Once everyone is in the back room, Astaria is gonna kind of just glance at everyone. So, what's the plan gonna be? Sunburned and bald. I feel like at that point you're just gonna look like Flux. Yeah.
I was going to say, that's just me in real life.
Oh my word.
You in real life and your character.
Well, Flux is red. He's not sunburned.
I mean, what color does skin go when it gets sunburned?
That's fair. Hey. I don't get that red, though.
Can confirm he does not.
The back of my dad's neck definitely does.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's gotten some bad burns.
Flux will think for a minute and say, there's a couple different ways we could approach it. We could find one of these individuals and say that he's going to look at everyone on an expedition looking for rare herbs and need a guide into the woods. And then when we have him alone in the woods, we can
Potentially get ambushed by more than just one of them.
Well, that just means that one will be guaranteed to give us answers.
So
unless they lead us into an ambush.
That's what my thought was. It's not a bad idea. We just have to be very careful.
Also, how did the scrying go?
Not well.
Sketchy.
What was seen?
A statue and nothing else.
Statue?
Yes.
It means she's alive.
But stone?
Would be the weirdest thing.
I am incapable of casting. I'm incapable of casting. Greater Restoration is a spell.
Astaria is going to pull out her book that she got from Gestia and just kind of hold it and be like, what can you tell me about people on Tortuga turning to stone? And see if she opens it, if there's anything.
There is... the only thing on there says there is nothing written in books.
Alright, it's not something known, anyways.
There's a difference between not known and just not discovered yet. We'll figure it out.
Or at least not written down, if I understand it correctly.
That's
also
I
valid.
believe that's what she means. There's no books that speak of this creature or whatever. It's not a spell, it's not a creature, or if it is a spell or a creature, it's not one that's known outside of the people doing this.
This means we'll have to find out and let Lady Gestia know. So, we need a point to start. Was there any information on the last place was it Reyna? He looks at Sasha. Was that her name?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Was there any information on the last place that Reyna was seen before this happened? Any information, anything we could potentially follow from there? Any particular time she was seen? Recently? A week ago? At this point, we need anything.
Astaria's gonna go over to Helen again and just be like, you wouldn't happen to have timeline of when our friend was last seen, would you?
I believe it was a week and a half, somewhere like that. It's been quite a while now.
Okay, thank you.
Did one of the three members of this description interact with her at all?
I believe she was seen with the two females before they all ended up the other two were seen coming back from the jungle at that point.
Here's a wild idea. we all have our quick message stones, right?
That's correct.
We could always split up, pretend we don't know each other, and when we get approached by one of these individuals, before we go into the jungle, we, in air quotations, dip to the bathroom. The rest of the party can follow suit.
I mean, we don't know for sure that that they'll even target us.
At this point, splitting up is probably a better idea than looking in a group anyway. A large group of people hunting for one person? That's suspicious. One or two people wandering around that are new to town? Definitely a safer bet to not get attention and potentially be an easy target.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
We'll cover more ground as well, so.
B, where does the basement exit into? Like, does it exit into the main floor, or does it exit, like, into the back? Like, has the whole group been seen by all the pirates?
There's a small... It's not really a hallway, but it's between the back room and the baked and like the kitchens and stuff.
Okay.
And the main area, there's a heavy velvet curtain that is blocking. You brought Flux through, and I don't know who else spoke to her would have come through.
Okay.
But it is potential to have been not seen by everybody. Not seen by everybody is what I'm trying to say.
My only concern with splitting up, even though I was the one that suggested it, is that we don't know exactly how they're getting people lured into the jungle. It could be some type of charm effect. Maybe we could buddy up.
Yeah, we could do the buddy system. 2 people.
Works for me.
I've already been seen with Flux, so it's probably for the best that I stick with him.
Then who's gonna go with who? I'll go with whoever's inclined. I'm not picky. I don't have a reason to hate anyone yet, so I'll go anywhere.
With Lockie not present currently, we are an even number. It's up to you all. Sasha, do you have any preference? It's your girlfriend.
No preference here, whatever works, I'll go with anyone.
Well, I'll go with Cat. Let's go.
It should be exciting. Very well.
Very exciting.
I was gonna say above board. It's either we keep the rogues together or we separate them.
Yeah.
Depends on the day.
not for shenanigans reasons, but like doubling up on teams. It makes sense because Astaria is changed as a fire genasi. It makes sense that the 2 fire genasis are together. What is it? Either have the rogues together so they're like the goon squad, or have them separated so you spread out the goon.
You spread out the goon squad.
Yeah, you spread out the goonery, or you keep them together.
Definitely spread out the goonery.
I'm just saying the double warlock rogue combo, like they just drop in. Oh man, it'd be devastating. It'd be great.
I mean, if you want Panama and I to just kill people, we can do it.
Well, I mean, listen. Once we get the answers out of them, what do you think? Anyway, I'm sorry. Never mind. Moving forward.
Oh my word!
I'm playing the cleric. Never mind. Anyway, moving forward.
Less goblin, more uncle.
Trying. Yes, I think it would be good if Leo and Catabasis run together.
Well, then I guess that just leaves the targets. We got 3 groups, 3 individuals.
All right.
1 girl in each party, and Kat sends Leo a cheeky look.
Leo looks at him. I think I want to change partners. Actually,
No, too late. You're stuck.
Too bad.
Kat just reaches over. Kat just reaches over and lightly claps Leo on the shoulders, like, I'm allowed to crack jokes, and you are allowed to laugh at them. I know you're not a girl.
Well, he could dress like one. Does he need to borrow a dress?
But he's got the chin scruffies. I mean, unless Leo wants to be the bearded lady, I don't think we're gonna roll with that.
Leo would look good in a dress.
I mean, yeah, Leo would actually wear a dress better than Cat would, so.
I'm sure Leo can also shave.
Why?
I'm just saying.
I could have a beard and wear a dress.
I'm not saying
Oh
you
my
can't.
word.
If you're trying to pass as a non-bearded lady, facial hair is removable.
I would only consent to this if the dress was made of chainmail.
Oh my god. Leo turns and leaves. He's ready to go.
Cat's just gonna follow him if he's leaving.
Let's go. I hope we get abducted first.
We should stagger it.
Right, but we should still like assign specific targets, you know?
Why? We don't know who we're going to run into.
Yeah. But we should. Yeah. Is there like a back door out, like into an alleyway or whatever?
Yes.
Okay. Astaria's gonna instruct for Leo and Kat to go first through the back door, and then for Sasha and Panama to like wait a little bit and then also go through that door. But because her and Flex have already been seen through the front, she's gonna go with Flex through the front door.
Sounds like a plan.
Leo had already started leaving.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. Astaria, if you started leaving through the front door, Astaria would have stopped you, turned you around, and put you towards the back door.
No, he was leaving through the back.
Okay.
Cat's right behind him. Cat's got his hood up too, because you know what's more tempting than for somebody who nobody even knows the appearance of. That's an easy person to get rid of. Like, who's gonna be like, yeah, the person I'm looking for wore a hood the whole time and was small. Or average. I just remembered. No, because average height is like, I actually found out average height is actually closer to Cat's height than I thought it was. So he's just slightly below average height for a guy, which could also easily be passable for a woman's height. So nobody's gonna be able to describe it. And he wears so much fabric that how are you gonna say anything? Like, dudes just like a prime target.
They were average build. They were average
height, average build, lots of fabric.
Mid-tone, skin tone.
Very clothed.
Very clothed. That's about it.
The most abnormal thing about this individual is how ridiculously forgettable they looked.
Yeah. Astaria is gonna think about what's happening there and turn to Flex. Should I temporarily change out of this? Less bright. She's currently glowing.
As Flex is literally a red man in scale mail, he's going to say sometimes you can blend in by standing out.
All right, we'll give this a try. If it doesn't work, I'll duck somewhere.
Well, I will be real with you. I cannot change my skin, so.
No, but worst comes to worst, I can separate from you a little bit, and you stay somewhere back.
There ain't a back enough. But
I meant away from me, so we don't look like we're together.
There's nothing wrong with appearing as two fire genasi. I think we look like tourists, and if there's anybody,
just saying, if we're trying to look neutral, and it's not working, and I go and change to look like a human, we don't have to be walking beside each other.
However you want to play it, but
we'll play it as we go.
If I was kidnapping people, I would target tourists.
Right. Okay. People have already seen that I'm related to the owner of this bake shop, so. Let's just go. We'll see what happens.
He just nods.
The bright glowing girl and the bald red man walk out the front, head out.
Leo throws
Sounds
up
like
his
the
hood
end of an interesting joke.
And he'll pull out a pastry out of his pocket and hold it out to Kat. For your pet.
She actually doesn't eat, but thank you.
No, well, more for Maximus then.
Out of character,
That
I made that
works.
mistake too.
Yeah. She'll eat coffee beans, but that's just so she can make more coffee.
I don't have any coffee beans.
That's all right. I have a decent supply.
So the groups are Catabasis and Leo, Panama and Sasha, and Flux and Astaria, correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I am going to roll, so I know, alright. I know exactly which group is going to get it. I've just rolled my dice. We're going to start with, which group would like to start? Because each of you are going to have stuff, but I know which group's going to find the person. Don't all jump to once.
You might have to roll for this one too.
Let's go top
Yeah,
and bottom.
I-
Start with Panama and Sasha, then Flux and...
That sounds good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sold.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Alright.
Good luck, guys.
Sasha and Panama. You guys walk out of the cafe and you are on Tortuga.
I would hope so.
A lot of the buildings are made out of either jungle wood or driftwood. The building you're actually walking out of is one of the few stone structures. You do see what looks like a ship pulled out of pulled onto land that has the word library, Lieberry, over the doorway. You
No,
see
They're illiterate.
you see a many ships down in the docks and the harbor area. There seems to be a sort of flea market type thing going on down in that area. What are you doing?
Well, Sasha's chatting up Panama a little. Just, have you ever, gone on I'm sure we have gone on a dangerous mission like this?
Like this one in particular?
Yes. To find
Yes.
someone.
Yes.
To
Actually,
get out?
funny enough, in a port town like this.
Okay, that's good to know. What did you do to make it work? I don't know what I'm doing.
Funny enough, we split up too.
And
He didn't like it. Or at least he didn't like the method in which we saved him.
okay, we should start somewhere visible, I think, where people can see that we don't belong.
Well, let's start with the places you think she would have gone first.
Well, she's got a sweet tooth, so probably
Well, we were just there,
the
so
shops, but we were just there. We can walk down to the library. I think she would appreciate the pun.
I'm glad one of us does.
Assuming it is a pun and not just consider it.
God, I hope. All right, let's head down that way then, and I guess keep an eye out for individuals.
If you don't mind me asking, who
Yeah.
was it you were searching for?
It was some wizard. got hired to do it.
Hmm.
I think it was a political
Still.
prisoner.
Really? Did you say that?
Yeah. Well, because it came from the king, who told us he'll send us the information when we're outside of his kingdom.
I never got a job like that. That's high profile. Or low profile, if you play your cards right.
It was a very strange situation. Bottom line, I'm banned from coming to that city again.
Job well done.
As you guys are talking, I'm assuming you guys are walking through the city.
See,
I think we were heading toward the library.
Is that what you guys are heading?
the Library, yes.
Lieberr. It's library.
Uh-huh. Please tell me there's a space between lie and bury.
Nope.
God damn it.
Are you getting distracted and going into the library?
No, I'm keeping a dutiful eye out.
When
So it
you
might be
get
worth
in
it
front
to...
of... No, continue.
Never mind, go ahead. Sorry. Thinking out loud, go ahead.
I was just going to I was just going to describe that when you guys get in front of the library, you do hear what sounds like ruckus and fighting from about, like, if I say the block over, like the block behind, in front of, like, you'd have to cut through the out to get to it. But you hear a sort of fighting noise from the other side. That's all
I'm going to look at the fighting noise.
Absolutely.
So, as you guys are heading over there, you do see what looks like a large building that when you peek inside of it, and there's a bar along the edge of it inside, but everybody inside is fighting. On the ground level, they are fighting swords, daggers, maces, anything, or fist fighting. No firearms, no magic. You do see that they seem to be trying to get up into the higher area of it, which seems to be a bit like the ropes and somebody who DMs a pirate game. I should be able rigging. That's it. Up into the higher rigging that seems to be inside this building, but nobody seems to be able to make it up to that.
So are they like stabbing each other too? Or just kind of like knocking each other off?
Knocking each other off. It's less about killing. It's less about killing each other and more like stopping other people from getting up into the rigging and to trying to get up into the rigging yourself.
Is there anything I can see, like some goal they're going toward at the top?
At the top, if you're looking, can I just do you want to use your perception, or shall I just do your passive? Let's have you roll your perception.
I'm
You
rolling
can't
because it's not going to go well. Not going to go well. It didn't go
Can I use
well.
It
can
was
I use
better
my
than your
passive
passive.
perception?
Are you looking as well, Panama?
Yes.
I'm better than what?
Passive or roll?
Let's go with the passive because the passive's 24.
All right. So, Sasha, you don't really see anything. It's a bit dark there, and you're not acutely familiar with what's going on here. Panama, you, however, notice that near the top, near what is actually like the crow's nest, there seems to be some sort of old, antique-looking scimitar.
So, is there anyone else on like the upper level that's just kind of like supervising, or is there anyone supervising, or is it just straight up a brawl?
The supervising seems to be done at best by the people, the bartender type people. There doesn't seem to be anybody up in the rigging or near the crow's nest. However, anytime somebody tries to climb up into the rigging, they seem to be getting multiple of the people fighting start attacking them then to keep them out of the rigging. If you'd like to know more, you can feel free to ask one of the bartenders about this.
Okay, well, real quick, how far away is that? Like, how high is it?
It's if you're trying to use magic, you will not succeed on the ground. It is probably about 90 feet up.
Damn. Okay.
Because it's up near where the
Cool.
crow's nest would be.
This seems intriguing. Yeah, I'll head
Sure,
over
I'll
to
go.
a bartender.
What's up?
So you guys walk up to one of the bartenders.
Yeah.
They put two pints of some sort of alcohol in front of you. Can I help you?
I'm just curious what the heck's going on.
Parliament.
Is that what this is?
This is how we make decisions.
If only every politician settled it this way.
See, you sound new. See, down here on the ground, you can use weapons that are not magical. You can't use any magic down here at all. You will be disqualified and possibly stabbed in the back. You know?
As opposed to normal, okay.
No firearms, none of those fancy guns or nothing, no bows, crossbows, any of that stuff. Okay, so you guys fight down here. You need to be able to take out enough of the other people to be able to get up into the rigging. When you're up in the rigging, then you're trying to get up there to that crow's nest up there and get the sword. If you can hold the sword for up to 3 minutes, you're allowed to make one law or rule that we all follow then, except for getting rid of our parliament.
I love this government.
We're
We
lawful,
should
Sasha.
implement
Stop.
this in all levels. It's
Jesse
amazing.
agrees. Jesse agrees, but you can't say that.
Oh, Sasha isn't saying this. But
So how many people have actually made laws here then?
In the forever or in the last 10 years?
Let's go with the last 10 years.
3.
I can tell why.
I can tell you it's best if you get a group of people to work with you because they can kind of help fight off people.
I'd imagine I'd taken most people here aren't exactly keen on working together, especially when it comes to making a law.
Got enough coin, you can get anyone to do anything.
I suppose that's fair.
You interested?
It does sound appealing, but it's not my place to say. Like I said, I'm an outsider. Why should I go? Why should I go making the laws here?
Can't think of a law either. Seems like you.
Yeah, what kind of law would you
already
make?
Oh, that's
What about you?
No.
What about you, sir? What kind of law would you make?
If I wanted to make a law, I'd be in there fighting.
NPC.
I'm content with how things are here.
Well, I'd imagine you get a nice view of the of Parliament.
So while you guys are standing there watching this, I'm gonna jump over to the next one was Flux and
me.
Sorry, just cool your jets, cult boy. Just got me. Sorry. All right. So Flux and Astaria, you guys walk out of the cafe, and you see Tortuga. You see the buildings, the library, the market, the jungle surrounding it, taverns. What do you do?
I guess look lost and start walking around.
It is not hard for Flux to look lost because he is lost. But yeah, he'll like walk to a street corner, kind of like hands on the shoulder, like looking at the houses, like and then just like keep walking.
Yeah, we're just basically trying to look like tourists.
In case you're wondering, most of the roofs are rather flat.
It makes sense. It's real hot.
Yeah.
Thank you, DM.
I know I don't have that content for you most of the time, but here's one of the places I know. All
right. Maybe like a 1-2 pitch because it rains a lot.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are just walking around looking lost, not heading in any general places?
Yeah, an obvious wander.
All right. Again, you'll see the library, you'll hear the ruckus, you'll see the sort of flea market down at the docks. Anything drawing your eye?
Out of character, I've been here before, so if there's anything you want to do.
I'm trying to distinguish whether or not Flux would be just as excited as a flea market as his player would. I would imagine. Is there a lot of people in the market?
It's a lot of, when you're looking down at it, because this is down at the docks, it seems to be a lot of the pirates bringing in the plunder that they don't want and trading things off.
1 sec.
And, a lot of trading and bartering rather than just necessarily paying for stuff.
Oh, a barter, you say? Okay. Well, while my buddy is currently stepped away, maybe we could take a cursory glance down there.
All right. So you head down there. You see a lot of people have, various things from. I'm trying to open my thing. Words. A lot of gems or weapons that they're not using, a lot of different styles of clothing, a lot of unidentified magic looking stuff.
Astoria is gonna just be kind of looking around, kind of as if she's like never been on the island before, doesn't have any context for anything, isn't magically interested, just like, oh, shiny, oh, that thing looks potentially cool and magical, that sort of thing. But like as if she doesn't have any idea about it. Like, she's trying to look as vulnerable and easy to take advantage of as possible, basically.
Yeah, Flux is like window shopping in quotations, but is looking at people.
Yeah, and the whole time she is doing this, she is, trying to subtly keep track of the people around, see if anyone matches the description, see if anyone, I don't know, is taking notice of the two of them, like outside of just, oh, interesting fire genasi looking people, fire genasi and fire tiefling people, like outside of, those aren't races we see frequently, like kind of trying to get gauge on that a bit.
Oh yeah, being uncharacteristically like unstoic. If people like looking at him funny, like Flux is just like waving at them.
All right. So
we're basically trying to look as dumb as possible.
Yeah, exactly. I have been here for all of one day. Hello.
Hello.
So, people notice you, but you don't really see anybody noticing the descriptions, just from cursory glances. If you'd like to roll a perception, certainly do that, and then DM it to me if it's not on D&D Beyond.
Oh, well, that one's live, so sorry about that.
Oh no, that doesn't count then. No, I'm just kidding. I'll let you fail it if you want.
I mean, a 7's a 7. I got excited and just clicked it.
How dare you? You do see the thing that I just sent you in DM.
Oh, is there a handy dandy price tag on that?
No, it's just in a pile of junk.
Oh, all right, fine.
It sounds so dissuaded.
Fine, then I ignore it. If it's just in a pile of junk.
The anger.
Pirates, they don't know this shit.
That's fine.
Dude, here's the thing. If I missed what it was, but if you see something you like and it's in a pile of junk, that just means you can get it for cheaper than the actual value.
Oh yeah, but it's also never mind. I wrote a preference to the item before some things happened, and there's a damage type switch here that would kind of make it a little irrelevant.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying, you have somebody else who does radiant stuff as well.
That's fair, but she also clobbers people with a sword.
Okay. I'm just letting you know.
Above table. Sasha, would you be interested in a spellcasting focus that gives you a +1 on radiant spells and the damage roll?
Does the radiant spell? Or is it like a feature?
What type of damage does it do?
Technically, no. it wouldn't work with smite. But that's just how the item is written. That's up to the DM.
I'd allow it.
I mean, +1 for every single smite. I mean, it adds up. Doesn't cost attunement.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, I'd probably take that if you got it.
All right. Flux is gonna flex his 9 charisma here. He'll pull it up out of the junk, and he'll say, "Oh, excuse me. I'm not used to this sort of thing. So maybe, how does there's no price tag on it. 5 silver.
It ain't been identified yet.
Oh, I don't know what that is. 7 silver. I'm just a cleric.
Gold?
Oh, I like this already. 8 silver.
9.
You had it in a junk pile. 8.
Roll me persuasion.
Deal, a gold.
Do you go up to the gold?
Yeah. Just I persuaded myself with that roll.
Yeah, that was glorious. All right, so you can send that to that link to Sasha if you give it to.
Yes.
Sasha.
The if it's not mentioned in character, just assume that when we meet up, this is handed to you, Sasha.
Now, Astoria, you're looking around with your role. Are you looking for stuff or
I am
people?
kind of looking for everything at this point.
All right.
Like, looking for people who are either matching the description or are looking at me with the intention that's more than just, oh, hey, that's an interesting looking person. And then all, like, any form of that. Like, if it seems more like somebody's just attracted to her, she's not going to pay too much mind to it because it's her. She knows she's attractive. But, like, specifically, like, looking for, like, somebody who might be eyeing her up and down. And then also, if there's any objects or anything that catch her interest or catch her eye or whatever, she'll keep an eye out for that.
You don't see anybody particularly who are paying any more attention to you than what you would expect, being a strange thing, and you don't see anyone necessarily with meeting those descriptions. You do catch that item sitting at one of the things. There's actually a pair of them. There's 2. It's up to you if you're interested in it. Like I said, they're a pair of green candles.
That bottom option alone looks very nice. Okay. She's gonna go. Do they look presented like the seller knows what they are, or do they also look like junk pile?
They are set into just a very plain, like, candelabra.
Okay.
Just kind of set up nicely, but not like, oh, look at this, I'm gonna get 50 gold off you for these.
Okay. Excuse me while I try something that I saw on TikTok. She's gonna go up to the cellar. How much for this candelabra?
I'm looking at, if you're just playing straight gold, probably 5 gold. It's not, it's very pretty.
And what about with the candles included?
Well, that's with the candles. They're just, I found those candles and thought it looked nice with it.
Uncommon is worth how much? It was 100 to 200 or 200 to 300. Somewhere in that range. I feel like it was over 100 anyways. Because rare was in the thousands, I think.
Yeah, I know I'm slowly adjusting stuff to fit within how I was planning to have like gold prices and stuff. But yeah.
And he said 5 gold?
Yeah.
Is there anything else on the table that looks... Is there anything that looks like he's trying to get rid of it?
He doesn't... He's got, it's set up with just... Looking at him and his stuff, it basically looks like he plundered some sunken ship or something.
And he doesn't really know his
just,
stuff.
It's just more he is here to trade stuff. He's less concerned about getting gold. That's why he's like, I guess if you're just giving me gold, this.
Okay.
Then,
Oh. I forgot I have a random ass spell book. I should go through that. She's gonna pull out the disguise kit that she has and just be like, I also have this. I don't know if that'll decrease the price at all, but...
Go ahead and roll me a perception.
Perception?
I mean, not a persuasion.
Persuasion. Gotcha.
Listen, it's...
Making sure I'm sending it to the right place.
Alright. So he takes your disguise kit and looks it over, and he's like, I'll drop it 2, 3 gold with that if you want.
My disguise kit is worth 25 gold.
Yeah, and technically the item's worth a couple hundred.
Yeah, I know. I'm just laughing. I just noticed that.
So he's like, I'll drop it down to 2 or 3 gold.
2 gold and the disguise kit.
Alright, sounds good.
Perfect.
So you got 2 of them.
Sweet. And a candelabra.
Alright, so I'm gonna bounce to, while you guys are shopping, I'm gonna bounce to the third group.
Okie dokie.
Catabasis.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
You guys walk out of the back of the cafe and into Tortuga, which has been described twice already. Do you need a third description of it?
I think we're good. I just picture a mix of Port Royal and Tortuga from the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, so.
I won't argue with that.
It's pretty.
So what do you two do?
Are we just trying to look as sketchy as possible?
I mean, Kat was going for nondescript. Leo doesn't need help on the sketchy.
Okay, that's fair. We'll just walk as we are then. Just a couple of dudes wearing some hoods.
Leo, can I get a perception?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
Leo, do you want to jump into whispers for your thieves' cant, or do you want me just to tell you what you see here?
You could just tell me.
Alright.
I'm gonna tell Kat anyways.
So you notice while you're walking, suddenly you notice a symbol on one of the buildings that you know typically symbolizes a meeting house, exchange of information type place that may or may not have to do with potential slavery stuff.
Oh, okay. I let Kat know all of that. And I point it out to him as subtly as I can.
Kat glances over at it. How can you tell?
This is my job.
I
I've
won't.
learned all the symbols.
I won't ask further. This might be something where it's just better that I don't know. All right. What's your thoughts on it? I haven't played in this level of shade, we'll say. I stick to shadows, but that's shadier than my normal, so what's your call?
It might not be a bad thing to check out, especially if Sasha's girlfriend might be, being bought off.
That's a good thought. All right. Well, if we go in there, you'll be the one taking the lead. I haven't exactly been involved in something like this before.
I will try my best. I'll be honest with you, dude. My job was just to keep an eye out for the symbols. I was never the talker.
Well, that means we're both in trouble because I've never exactly been known for my bedside manner.
I mean, that's kind of what they like, though, to be honest.
They like people to be an upfront asshole with them?
Yeah, because we're all upfront assholes. Look at me. Anybody else in the group, I don't think. If I had to choose anybody to go in there, I would choose you and I.
I take that as a compliment or not, but we'll roll with it.
It's a Leo compliment.
Yeah, it seems along par. All right, then. If you think we should go in there, then we'll go in there. If you're not certain, we'll keep looking somewhere else.
Let's definitely get a closer look.
All right. Lead the way, sneaky one.
Do you two go into this building?
Yep.
Alright, as you guys walk through the door, I would in fact like wisdom saving throws.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Alright. So, as you walk in, you guys notice that there is a tiefling sitting down in this empty room. Leo, you suddenly are pretty sure this is, even though you don't recognize them, they do in fact match the description of the tiefling woman. However, you were like, this person, I can trust this person even more than I can trust Cat.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Am I gonna have to slap my boy? Am I gonna have to slap my son around to make him smarten up?
Oh no.
A hit does make him reroll in charm effects.
Am I charmed? I have advantage against being charmed.
It's not exactly charmed, but I would say it falls under charm effects. If you would like to try and roll advantage, I will allow it.
Okay, it was the exact same roll.
Beautiful.
That fucking sucks.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, I am just having a moment of dying because of how you said that.
Can I help you?
Leo walks in. Is she like sitting at a desk?
She's sitting at a table.
Leo walks in, like leans forward to place his hands on the table, and then like looks back at Cat and like, oh, I don't know how to describe it. Like he doesn't trust him, and looks back to her. I have something to speak to you about.
Oh.
Tapesis is now giving Leo a very, very unimpressed look because he saw that look and he doesn't like how friendly he's being with this lady.
What do we have to discuss?
My friend here. He like leans in to whisper, trying to hide it
Moves
from
closer. Cat definitely moves closer at that point. To the point where he puts a hand on Leo's shoulder.
Cat. Hey now, hey. I can't trust you. This
Oh, can
man,
you
he's
not?
bad.
Really? It was your idea to come in here. You were the one who recommended it was a good thing. We were on our way
Yeah?
looking around for other things. So if you don't actually get your act together, there might be a problem. He looks at the lady. My apologies. My friend is clearly a little bit drunk.
I had no drinks recently.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah.
No. He swats Leo's shoulder. Hard.
Ow. Wah.
Does that jar a reroll?
You know what? Roll a damage. I will see what the damage is of an unarmed.
What do
Oh,
I
no,
roll
no.
for that?
If it's unarmed, it'll be in your actions.
Yeah, it should just be your strength modifier add. Like, that's it. Like, there shouldn't be a roll. It should just be the number.
Okay. Oh, right.
I hope you're strong.
That's a 3. 3
Oh.
damage. I just backhanded you and it actually slammed you pretty decently.
Hip hands
Alright.
strong.
1,
Would you
2,
like-
3. I took 3 damage.
Would you like to reroll, Leo?
Hell yeah.
Remember advantage?
Oh yeah.
Can't give you guidance, but I'm trying to channel it.
What was it again? A wisdom?
Yes. All right. So you still feel like you want to trust this lady,
Oh my word.
and she pulls out a bottle of some dark liquid and pours it into a little cup for you.
What is that?
I take it and I drink it.
Before you do, can I do a dex check to see if Cat can put his hand over the glass first?
You know what? Counter dex checks for each other.
A dex check?
Yeah.
No.
Beautiful. Cat, as you go to do this, he tries to get the cup around and you just flat out like no. So your hand is now on top of the cup, like the open part of the cup, Cat.
Cat's not moving his hand either. He looks at Leo. He's like, I don't think it's a good idea right now. We can get drinks later. When we're not in the middle of something. All right?
No.
I'll even pay for it.
Well,
And
I'll tell
if you
what, there's
know me...
drinks here.
I don't think I do know you.
No, we don't, because you were busy for a whole week. And I didn't get to do anything that let me actually get to know my own team. My friends, apparently.
Are we friends, though? I don't feel like I could trust you.
You want me to let you drink that and see what happens?
Yeah, I don't think she would do anything bad to me.
I doubt that, but fine. And he moves his hand.
Leo angrily
see who's-
downs the drink.
I hope you choke.
Oh my god!
And he's going to smack Leo's back just as he's about to swallow.
I spit it out like all over her.
Look, you choked. Clearly you shouldn't have drinking it.
You sabotaged me.
I have my reasons.
Look at that. I offer you a free drink and your companion here is hit you twice now.
You also didn't tell him what was in it.
He
Which
did
seems
not.
to me like a very... I asked and you said nothing.
I didn't have time between your little shenanigans.
Well, he was all too eager to grab you with the glass. Ma'am, I'd be worried in case he tries to get grabby with you next.
How dare.
Easily. Leo, do you want to take this outside, or do you really want to get your ass kicked in front of the pretty lady?
You think I'm
I'd like to see
pretty?
you try.
I do.
Darkness
You're quite
drops.
pretty. Say again?
Magical darkness drops.
Shit.
Cat's hand immediately goes for Leo's wrist. Not as an attempt to try and, like, wrestle him, but just as an attempt to try and not lose him.
Turn into a bear.
I mean, I don't know if I'm a high enough rating to do that, and I don't know if I trust the idea of turning into one in a building where Leo's been magically shenanigansed.
Turn into an owl bear.
I'm not a high enough level, otherwise I would.
I can't
I'm
believe
not
you
at a high
just
enough
said that.
level. I so would do that if I could get away with that.
Bear is a challenge rating of 1, therefore, yes, you are high enough that you can turn into a brown bear.
Alright. That's good to know, thank you. But no, Cat's first reaction is try and grab Leo and try to back away towards the door. And if Leo fights, he will fight back and drag him.
As you grab, I will allow you to grab his wrist, but you both feel manacles clapped over your wrists.
Oh no, we're handcuffed together?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Good. I didn't want to lose this idiot.
And then you feel bags put over your head.
Oh shit. How are we gonna
Yeah,
send a
Cat's gonna
message?
do that right away. Are Cat's hands both free? Do I have to touch the stone, or is it just a thought-based thing, or...
You just have to touch it. It's you guys are manacled together, so you each have one free hand currently.
Yeah,
Would Leo also, like, would he be like, I shouldn't send a message, or would he know? He just trusts her. Like, he could still send a message to the group.
You could send a message to the group, especially after this.
Okay. He'll send it at, like, the same time.
And
Cat
how many words do I get?
At this point, it's 25 because of Leo's sister unlocking it.
Okay, give me a sec here.
Once again, another member in the party does know thieves' camp. Beat
Yeah.
boot.
Oh, can I do it in Thieves' Cant?
You can speak Thieves' Cant. Only one other member will know what you're saying.
That's fine. Leo sends just like getting kidnapped in Thieves' Cant. No location. No location. Your snap map is not on. I trust Kat to be the sensible one here.
I love that it's getting kidnapped in Thieves' Camp, which is probably to everyone else like, shopping for a boot or something like that.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Huh?
12. Okay.
Where were we again?
Putting the kids to sleep.
Putting
She's
Yeah, how
still
far?
living in the alley.
How far? No, I was about to ask. I'm gonna edit this. How far from the bakery did we get?
About a block. This is towards the tavern, so a block from the cafe towards the tavern.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let me just do a quick word count here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Perfect.
Perfect.
I was gonna say if you could perhaps give it in 25 words or less the Google Maps the Google Maps directions from the bakery.
Actually, Leo will change his message to getting kidnapped and like try to describe the symbol in Thieves' Cant still as best as he can.
Hey, we're working together even though we're working against each other.
So Panama, you have received a message that you clearly know is Thieves' Cant from Leo describing the symbol and that he is getting kidnapped.
And the rest of us got garbly gook and then Kat's actual message.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Sasha, I think it's time to go.
Flux is gonna turn to Astaria, and there's like the eyes are concerned, but the smile is evil, and he's just gonna like offer a hand, and we're just gonna just start legging it.
Yeah, Astarius kind of seems confused by the moment of evil, but takes the hand and starts booking it with him.
Because he's ready to kick open doors.
I have soft wood!
I have hard boot.
Soft wood plus hard wood means splinters.
So, Coben? Sasha. And Panama, are you guys running as well?
Yes. Briskly.
Alright, so you guys will be there about 6 to 12 seconds before Astaria and Flux. And you know exactly where you're going because you know to look for the symbol.
Yup.
Your passive perception is high enough. I challenge you to make a character without high passive perception.
Already done.
That's good.
In one of my games. And
Pathos isn't that high.
you see leaving the building what looks to be about 4 people surrounding a cart.
Where they head?
Out into the jungle, in that direction.
Interesting.
So, are you going to do anything before the other 2 join you? Basically, you get like 1 action each of you.
Sasha, let them know this is this building. I think I see where they're taking them. And Panama's gonna tail the carriage.
Through gritted teeth. I heard it.
Why? All right. So,
Because
is that what Leo's doing to Kat?
I believe that's what Kat's doing to Leo.
Oh no. If Kat's able, he is outright just like if he is able, he is like giving Leo one good kick in the shins.
They're
Not
not fighting
only
with the captors. They're fighting with each other. The captors are trying to stop them from fighting them.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know if we're being kept quiet, which means if Kat can make Leo make noise, people will know antics are happening.
Because he has a lot
100%. Leo's like, stop kicking me in the fucking shits.
You
and he's trying
deserve
to
it.
smack Kat in the head.
They're just fighting in the cart. I don't care if Kat takes damage. They are making noise and it's beautiful.
Honestly, it's perfect.
Alright.
Can Panama hear these two fighting with each other in the cart?
I guess it depends on if they put a silence spell on you both.
Yeah, that's the question.
What you hear sounds like just a couple of kids in there arguing. Like it sounds like children's voices.
It's not entirely inaccurate.
So
sounds like pitch though, which is hilarious.
Flux and Astaria, you come up to Sasha standing at the door.
Do we see the cart?
It's moving quite a bit faster than you are, but it's off in the distance.
Okay.
But once again, Panama is tailing the cart.
Sneakily or?
Absolutely.
Get me a stealth while you're at it.
Sasha, is this the building?
Is it within 60 feet?
No.
Okay. If I were to run 60 feet, would it be in 60 feet?
Hang on, let Sasha respond to Flux.
Yes, this is the building. The cart's where they are.
Yes, the anime like neck crack. Alright, let's go.
Right. Sasha, are you gonna tell them Panama's tailing it, or are you just gonna let them run after the cart?
I think I figure the more people the better. I mean, it's stupid, but you know, we'll follow.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm thrilled.
I mean, I guess I could probably shout out Panama's up there or whatever.
Up over yonder.
Up over yonder.
I just want to point out we don't know that they're in the cart.
Are we able to? Well, she said the cart. That's. I would assume our characters are smart enough to figure out what she's trying to say is they're in the cart.
Oh yeah, no. Flux believes it. I'm just saying we just we don't know what's
I guess we don't.
I mean, I would say like try and get into the building because one of two things is going to happen. Either y'all get captured, you're going to be going in the same direction, or you bust some kneecaps and you get some answers and then head in that direction.
I'm just if we're all going if one person's following the cart, we should probably all follow the cart, and if not, then we can break into the building and ruffle some feathers there.
So we're following the cart.
I think that's probably the wisest.
Okay. Astaria is actually going to take a second and duck into the alley, and then take out her broom, and then fly up, and then after, but trying to like do so in a way that she's not drawing too much attention right off the bat.
I'm not sure how that won't draw attention. Can you?
I know.
You're,
Do I have any? I don't even think I have like
Like-
invisibility spells. So like,
Fly without rhythm, as to not alert the worms.
yeah, I don't even have like invisibility. So
So I'm not telling you that you can't
Yeah.
fly up. I'm just telling you you are going to paint a target on you, because there's no way that's not weird.
yeah, I'm trying to think of what the right path is. Okay, instead of that, I'm going to use a bonus action and cast Kinetic Jaunt on myself. And because that's a bonus action spell, apparently. And then I'm going to use, I'm going to try to move stealthy, but faster, because that spell gives me an extra 10 feet of movement.
Alright, can I just get a quick stealth from you?
Yeah.
Alright. So, Panama, when they get to the edge of the jungle and move in, you notice that they seem to shift a bit of the earth, and what you didn't initially notice was a movable like boulder, and then they go underground and move to shift it back. Those in the cart, you guys hear loud noises.
Is there any point
You
where
mean
the cart...
you mean other than us bickering?
Yes.
Is there
Okay.
any point where the cart is within 60 feet of me?
You're not gonna make it in time, even with your extra feet, because the cart is moving faster and had that heads up that beginning.
Is there any point at which the car is in 90 feet?
Oh, your movement's only 30, right?
But we double it when
Yeah.
we use our action.
To dash.
Let me. I would say at the very end you might get within 90 feet.
If I just at the very limit of whatever I can do, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark because it gives me advantage when trying to find him.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You have Hunter's Mark on. Which one would you like to cast it on?
What are my options?
You have the 3 people that were described, another hooded person, or I would allow you to try and cast it on either Leo or Catabasis if you'd like, even though you can't directly see them.
I'm going for the tiefling.
Alright. So you have it on the tiefling.
Flux is crouched right next to you. He has a sword pulled out, and he's just gonna whisper, "Danger close."
Flex has gone unhinged again, guys.
Time to hurt people, okay? These are bad people.
I just want to make the wheel stop working.
So, Panama, with observing it, if it starts to shut, do you let them shut it so you can wait for the rest of your group?